So, guys, this is an update on the case that I had reported on, I think about a month ago, about TMB, TerrorMoney Bankroll, which is a set over in the Austin community, I believe, on the west side. And this is going to clear up some confusion that I saw in the comments on the last video too, and also some information that may have been incorrect as reported by the media the last time that I had reported on this story. So I was getting most of my information from the media for that. But I've been hearing from some people that said that, this was a little bit off, and that is not an uncommon thing here in Chicago. There's a lot of details oftentimes that, people get wrong. And I'm not holding this against the reporters. You guys know I do the same thing, got stuff wrong a million times, because when you're reporting a story, you have to report it at the time that it happened. You don't have time to wait a lot of times. And a lot of times the real details don't come out until months later. So anyways, you guys may remember that two men had been charged in a drive-by shooting that killed a woman and injured four others on Chicago's west side. Chicago police said that JR007, they didn't use that name, 22, and TB from TMB had both been charged with first-degree murder and 4 counts of first-degree attempted murder. The July 16th shooting in West Garfield Park had killed a 40-year-old named Ashley, and she was the mother of an Ohio State football player named Carnell Tate. So he was like a big-time football player from the Chicago area. Now, there was a dice game going on over in the area where this happened, over by Pulaski. Okay, and this was like by Pulaski in Washington, and, it was late at night, and I saw people in the comment section saying that, innocent people that are not in gangs would not be playing dice at that particular time, and so, implying that she was not innocent. Okay, what I found out later was that she was just stopping by to say hi to a friend. She wasn't even going to the dice game or anything. She was on her way home, and she just decided to stop off there and say hi to somebody and then dip, when she got caught up in the drama that popped off right at that second. Wrong place, wrong time. Okay, now as far as the people, I disagree with the assertion that, neutrons and people that are not involved in gangs would not be playing dice, late at night. Okay, in the hood, I didn't live in the hood that long, a few years. But I would see stuff like that. Innocent people that I knew for a fact were not involved in anything would be out there doing that type of stuff. It's part of the culture of the hood. You play dice, playing cards and stuff, gambling, betting and stuff, out drinking late at night. I mean, regular people in the hood that aren't involved that aren't killers and drillers and aren't involved in anything do that. They do. I mean, they just, they go to a barbecue, they go to a party, and the thing goes late, and, they decide to go out and play some dice. I mean, it's people that have never shot a gun, never sold any dope, do this in the hood. It's just part of the culture of the area. So I disagree that detail alone would tell you that these people were involved in something. That area is the border of a gang called B Gang, and I don't know if TMB was riding on B Gang. To be honest with you, I kind of doubt it, because that particular spot, it's like not really a residential area. You guys may have been down there a few times. If you're going like off the expressway or something, it's like, that's not really like a hood right there. It's like the edge of B Gang's territory. It's not like in the heart of it. That's actually kind of like a neutral zone right there. So anyways, but they said this shooting happened on July 16th, and police said they responded to a report of a person shot shortly after 2 a.m. in the 4000 block of West Washington. When they arrived, they found Ashley shot multiple times. She was taken to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. 4 other people were also injured in the shooting. A 38-year-old woman was struck in the back of her lower body and taken to the hospital in fair condition. A 39-year-old man was struck in the arm, and he was in fair condition. A 38-year-old was struck in the thigh and taken to the hospital in fair condition. And a 48-year-old man was struck in the leg and foot, and he was in fair condition. So one of the reports I read was, saying that she had been shot like 10 times in the head. What I later learned was that was incorrect. It was only like once or twice, something like that. It was not like 10 headshots. Sometimes these details are incorrect. I've honestly never heard of gangbangers landing 10 headshots, like from a distance from a moving vehicle, on one target, especially when that one target is not like the intended target. So I tend to suspect that is the incorrect version of events, and it's probably the one or two shots that's the correct story, because 10 headshots would be, that would have to be something that they did up close, like, real up close, like standing over the person and just dumping the clip into their head. And that wasn't the case in this particular situation. It was from a distance. So 10 headshots, that sounds very far-fetched, and I highly doubt that happened. So anyways, and they said that she was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. 10 headshots, she would have been DOA. There's no way they would have even probably taken her to the hospital for that. I mean, that would have been like over and done right there at the scene. So yeah, I think that was incorrect. And it suggested too, if 10 headshots, that she was the intended target. And I don't think that was the case, especially given the detail that she was just stopping through to say hi to somebody. So anyways, TMB, to clear up some other stuff. And by the way, I'm making this video today because these guys have court today. So by the time that I drop this video, that court date will already have happened. But November 9th is TB and JR007's court date. This is a mixed set, okay? Somebody in the comments was talking about this must have been racially. No. These guys are members of a black gang. They're Four Corner Hustlers. I think TB might be an Eagle, actually, but they're, what's his name? JR007 has the 4CH in Roman numerals tatted on his chest. And I had gotten it wrong. I had said that they were Spanish 4CH. They're just regular 4CH, at least JR007. Like I said, I think TB might be something else. But it's a mixed set, black and Latino, on the west side. And it's not the only set in Chicago that's like that. A lot of sets over east have like mixed, especially like the Kings have like mixed black and Latino members. Even I've seen some of the Saints in Back of the Yards have black members, and that's it was originally actually a white Polish gang. So the old school members are white, and a lot of the newer members are Latino, most of the newer members. But now they've got some black members. In any community where there's like different races living together, typically the gangs are going to end up reflecting that. Like the Deuces in my neighborhood, that was a white gang, but now I would say at least half of their members are Latino, and I'm pretty sure they got black members too. So it's like that. And TMB is a mix. It was like two different sets that eventually clicked up. And I think the TerrorMoney Bankroll is for like some dead homies. It's not, people were saying that name sounds strange, like just TerrorMoney Bankroll. It was like two different hoods, like TerrorMoney, and then Bankroll was like some dead homie from the other set or something like that, and they just put all the names together, to make it all one hood. But yeah, these guys have a little bit different style than a lot of the Mexican gangs on the west and south side. These guys, tend to dress more like blacks. The Mexican guys, on the south side, you see them with the shag haircuts and the baggy pants, and they dress a little bit differently. These guys dress more like the black guys, and it is a black gang, like Four Corner Hustlers. And as far as them being clicked up with the Eagles, because I saw that in the comment section too, I think they got like some members that are Eagles, but I wouldn't say that it's like a situation where 4CH and Eagles are clicked. It's just like, somebody from over here comes over there. Like, you see this all over the state. Like EBA Bands, he was a Stone, but he was, rocking with Loke City. It's just like people from different gangs sometimes go and click up with these guys. I've seen situations where GDs will move to a Vice Lord neighborhood, and then they'll, start claiming that set, but they still continue to rep GD. It's like this kind of stuff just happens. So yeah, anyways, TB and JR007, they got court today, and it's not a significant court date. I know they got court again in a few months. This is possibly going to drag out for a while because, this is a big case. And she was innocent, guys. Innocent. She was not the intended target. She didn't owe the money. She wasn't she didn't, wasn't involved with anybody or anything that was going on over there, like nothing. She was just stopping by to say hi to a friend on the way back to the crib. West Garfield Park, 2 o'clock in the morning. The students at Orr and at Marshall and stuff like that, the girls that were just trying to get their high school diploma, go on to college, and get out of there. The girls that were really on point and the guys that were really on point, they weren't hanging out really like past 10 at night. They were saying, like, I've heard girls say, like teenage girls, and these are girls from the hood, like born and raised in the hood, know people that are involved in that stuff, but they said there's nothing but gangbangers and drug dealers out at that time. And that's not exactly true, because there are some, neutral people out at that time that are just hanging out with those other people. 9, 10 o'clock, it's time to be in the crib. When I was talking about the north side, because on the north side, the police were telling people, if you see the gang members hanging out in the corner, let us know, we can get them off of there. And the people were, accusing the police of racism and all this type of stuff. And the police, well, I was making the point, look, okay, the ops, they come by shooting, okay, anybody that's in the way is going to get killed. You know what I'm saying? And these guys are standing out in the corner. They got, blood feuds with these other guys. That's a safety risk to everybody in the neighborhood, especially the kids. They're hanging out there, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The kids are walking home from school. I'm not telling people to stereotype, okay? Because a lot of these neighborhoods, they got black guys, Latino guys that are not involved in the streets. But any neighborhood that you live in, you pretty much know who the guys are on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like, you pretty much know. If you've been, maybe if you're brand new, you don't know. But if you've been in that neighborhood for a while, you know who's who. Okay, so if you see the gang members out there, okay, you know how to differentiate between them and the non-gang members, even though they might all be the same race. It's not about racial stereotyping. It's about just knowing who's who, and you should know who's who after a while. Okay, if you see guys hanging out, 1 o'clock in the morning, coming up to the cars that are coming through and, giving them little baggies in exchange for cash. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to connect the dots and figure out what these guys are on. Okay, so those are the guys. The guys that just walk into school with his backpack and then back to the crib, he's not one of the guys. Like, it just put 2 and 2 together. They killed an innocent person, bro. An innocent person. She was not an op. Period, point blank. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. And everybody that's still supporting them and saying free them, you guys are making yourselves part of the problem, man. You guys are co-signing guys to do this and condoning guys to do this. Back in the 90s, this would have been like, they would have made you turn yourself in, or this would have been like a major violation, kick you out the gang. Like, you would have had to do something big, like, in response to this, as far as like the gang. There's no way this type of thing would slide back then. So anyways, you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section, man. Your boy Chicago News. I'm out.